driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. Not really sharing this one out. So, got a little bit of time. Right. I've been getting some comments, so I figured probably best to cover why I do what I do. I've also been doing some other thinking on, and on everything that I do. And I find that the more I narrow this down, the better it seems to be. And I think what I'm probably going to do is take the group, the Trudging Together group, and have it follow the AA traditions. The problem is this: I do have opinions on outside issues. Yes, people are like, we don't care about the intentions of the Daily Trudge. And I catch everybody, this is like prime time, man. This is going live prime time right here. So, all right. Well, I do know that that number 0 is usually wrong. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't really want it because other people are here. And what's important, telling people your intentions if there's nobody listening. At the same time, there's rewatchers, but that just makes it feel weird. If you're here, please say hello. The intentions. Number one, my number one intention here is to share my experience, strength, and hope. That's my number one intention. Now, doesn't always work out that way. You see, as a human being, I have varied things. And I'm not the type of person that if there is something going on, that I'm going to hide it. I don't work that way. I'm not that kind of person. I'm going to take care of it. Yeah. I do a lot of talking, and let me make a couple of things pretty clear. First off, number one, and I don't know how many times I say this, AA is not the only way. No. I know of a few others. There's Smart Recovery. There's Celebrate Recovery. Dharma is another one. The other ones I really don't know anything about. Okay. Now I follow those ones because they kind of follow the 12 steps. Okay. where I know that they're not going to, where I know that there's no dues to be paid. See, as alcoholics, the way I see it, we've already paid our dues. We paid our dues. Yeah, that's the way I see it. And I see recovery as free and simple. That's how I am. Right? So when I come on here and I tell you things like I lived on Skid Row when I was 18 and that, I was in detox 22 times when I was 43 to 45, you believe me. You believe me because it's true. Sounds like a life of an alcoholic. I could be fucking making this shit up. You don't know. But you believe me, huh? So how come you don't believe me when I use my same experience to let you know that there's a lot of bullshit out there? It's the same thing. It's my experience. Okay. See, I've seen this before and I've seen what happens. I've been there. I've been involved. I've been a part of it and I know what happens. I've seen this over and over and over and over again. It's just that this time they're taking all the government money now. Whew. Before they just start churches. If there's one thing that I do not trust, it's a person in AA who is a pastor. They just don't seem to do the work. I notice these things. I see these things. I know what happens. I know what happens when you go out and help people and you don't know how yet. I know what happens. You kill them. And if you're okay with that and you don't want me to speak on it no more, okay. This is my show. Of course, I'm the only one here right now, too. Not feeling too overly popular today. And I certainly don't mind the comments, and I don't. Okay, but if you don't watch this every day, I quite just the other day I'm like, will somebody come on here and do this with me, please? Nothing. So I want to hear about it, man. I'm just another person trying to fucking make it too. Just like everybody else. I'm just a dude. Just another guy. Just another alcoholic. It's just that I have a lot of experience in this area. Like I was a drug and alcohol counselor before most of you were born. Hey, I know what happens when somebody gets sober. I know what happens when I see somebody grab recovery. And it doesn't matter if it's AA or not. I know. So, here's the thing. And unless it is AA, let me give you another example in this. Okay. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. I do not support treatment centers that are not 12-step based. Surprised? You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. We only have one 12-step based treatment center here. Okay. Why do I go for those? Okay. Number one, they don't take insurance. Ding. That's why. They're self-supporting through their own contributions. Ding. That is why. Okay. So we can sit here and say, Dion, you don't like this and you don't like that. No, I don't. because they're out there fucking killing people. I'm just making my making this come in a little bit better. I'll switch it over to standard definition. That'll clear it up. Okay. All right. 12th step, treatment centers don't take insurance. Why? Because they're following the traditions. Because they are following the traditions. Okay. Pretty cool. Right. See, I do not quite follow the traditions here. Okay. And I'll just admit it. Okay. What's the tradition that if I was to say that I do everything by the traditions, where would I be wrong in that? Okay. The opinion on outside things. That's where I would be messing up. I'll tell you that right now. And I've been thinking on this a lot. And my thought last night was, well, maybe I just won't talk on that stuff anymore. And then there's a part of me that goes, Dion, then who the fuck's going to say anything? Because, see, there's nobody here saying anything. And if nobody says anything, then nothing's going to get done. So I can't do that either. Right? Sometimes when I'm doing these things, I come on here for support. Am I doing the right thing? And you guys help me out. I do this quite often. Okay. Right. But here's a few things. I know I can be a jerk. I know I can. But I don't have anything left but the truth. I don't have anything. I don't want anything else. Okay. I work a certain way, and that's how it is. Am I flexible? Yeah, I'll change things. I don't mind, but I do know of a way that works, and then I expand on that. Make it bigger, make it better. Okay. So my intention is for what I call recovery equity. And that means that everybody gets the same shot. Okay. And AA may not be your way. That's okay. I don't know much about the other programs. If you want us to know more about the other programs, start alive. Say, hey, Dion, can I come on? And I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to tell you no. Okay. So if you want it to be talked about, talk about it, man. Then come on here and say, hey, Dion, what about this? I go to Smart Recovery, and these are the benefits of it. See, I don't know your benefits. I know it works because I've taken a look at the program, and I've seen the action, and I've seen the end result. And the end result's the same. A happy, useful, purposeful life. Yeah. Seen it happen through a church without AA. Yeah. There's all sorts of ways. Thing is I know AA very well, so it's the one that I tend to talk on the most. But if you want a variation, you're going to have to bring it. I cannot talk for you. I can't talk for you. I can only talk for me and my perception and my experience. Okay. I don't talk much on drugs. I didn't do drugs. I did some, but not enough that I would consider myself a drug user. You know, hey Michelle, good to see you. Okay. You know, I know it. I don't want to say that I make it look easy to come on here and do this, but you know, There's a fear when you come on here of what people are going to say, what they're going to do. Okay. I know that fear. I've been working with it for 5 years now. I understand it very, very well. I do. If I say the wrong thing here, oh, I'm going to fucking hear it. I'm going to hear it, aren't I? Yeah. I say the wrong thing on the wrong day, So there's the fear too. Okay. You're going to have to give me some leeway and let Dion be Dion too. I'm not going to always have a good day. Some days I'm going to be angry. Yesterday I was angry, man. And I think I worked through it pretty well. So you got to give me a little leeway too. Okay. But there's just something in me that it will not shut up when it comes to, bullshit and recovery. Because it fucking kills people. And I'm tired of seeing people die. I'm tired of it. I am tired of watching people die for popularity and money. I'm tired of it. And why the fuck nobody else is, honestly, confuddles me. Why nobody else in my area is angry as fuck about this? Hi, Ingrid. So my intentions here are to educate, and I can be opinionated, and I will tell you when it's an opinion. I'll tell you that's my opinion. That there's a lot of times I come on here, I'm wrong about something, we correct it. Okay? Leadership by example. It's all I can do. I cannot tell anybody what to do, but I can give you the correct information so you can make the right choice. I can do that. That was my sales technique. I'm going to give you all the information. Well, you know what? Not all the information's good. Right? Not all the information is good. Some information that we're going to be getting is horrible. It's horrible. We are living, we are working with a life and death situation here. Life and death for a person. The way I see it is this. If somebody is new and then somebody comes along to make that person attach to them so that they're their higher power in the guise of a recovery coach, and they yank them out of AA saying, you don't need that, you just need to be positive. And then they will stick them into toxic positivity. Well, eventually this is not going to work, and because now they're in their program, there's going to be a failure. Do you know what happens to little young people that fail? They overdose. So I should say nothing. I don't mind being the bad guy, because I am the bad guy in this industry, but I'm actually not the bad guy. I'm the bad guy in their eyes, because I disrupt what they do, because what they do is kill people. And then when there is a success, they'll put it all over Facebook like they actually did something. And then that person will thank a company or a person instead of their higher power for their sobriety. And now that person is hooked on that other person. Or do you see this? What is that? Manipulation, power. Yeah. The biggest mistake Colorado made was giving a bunch of fucking unrecovered alcoholics power. It was the worst mistake. Colorado is 49th when it comes to recovery. So you can imagine I'm not happy because when I worked in detox back in the 90s, we were 7th in the country. I would go to detox because I worked there and I loved it. I enjoyed my job. This last time I worked at detox, no enjoyment at all. So let me give you the difference. Let me give you the difference. Back in the 90s, if I put somebody in treatment, they went right away. What did it cost them? Absolutely fucking nothing. Their time. I'm going to take 28 days of your time. And it didn't matter if you were rich or poor, you went to the same place. And it worked. We had an 80% success rate at that detox. We were phenomenal. Okay? I don't know how many times I would go to meetings after that and run into clients. Everywhere. Everywhere I went, I would run into clients. It was the most beautiful thing in the world. Our rooms, they were packed. It didn't matter if it was a midnight meeting. It was standing room only, my friends. Okay? We didn't have to have our shit in the park. We had them in hotels. Now, when I went to go work at Detox this last time, I did not send one person to treatment. I sent more people out of state than anything else. All gone. All gone. This is killing people. Okay? So when I come along and I say, because, if I wanted to get rich off of this, I wouldn't be here, my friends. Do you think I'd be sitting here talking to you? No, I'd be out there ripping people off too. Okay? I'm smarter than these. I know more than these people about this shit. I could manipulate this even better. Oh, I see it. Okay. Now, I worked fraud for 15 years. Banking fraud. So if you think for 1 second, and I'm an alcoholic with empathic abilities, and you think you're going to fuck around with me and get away with this shit, fraud? No, I'm going to see it immediately. Immediately. And I'm going to know. And I'm going to say something. And I'm going to disrupt it. Why? Because I don't want you to make it. It's unfortunate here that you are guilty until proven innocent. Okay? I keep saying we don't need any more sober livings, but every day, new sober living, new sober living. No, we need halfway houses. We need transitional living. We don't need any more sober living. We don't. We need treatment. We need actual shit. Sober living is a place where you can stay sober while getting your shit together. But in Colorado, you might as well just call it a trap house. I hear more bullshit stories about stuff happening in sober livings than anything I've ever heard in this industry. I have never been treated so badly in any other industry, and I was in banking. I used to sell credit card machines, right? And even then, I would meet with my competition once a month, and we're like, I'm working here, I'm working there. Hey, did you hear about this new deal? da da da, and we'd help each other out. Here, no, 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 no. If you are not one of the popular people, you're put on a blacklist. We don't talk to you. Especially if you're a person that can make a difference. So what are my intentions? My intentions are to help as many alcoholics as I can. That is my intention. Okay? And that means that I'm going to say some things that are going to make you feel uncomfortable. Okay? Do you think it's really comfortable coming on and doing all this? No, it's not. It's not. In fact, it's kind of hard. So, all right. I think if I go from there, I'm just going to be bitching about stuff. And that's not what I want. I think I got my point across on that, on what we do here. We do things the right way, period. Okay. And if you don't believe me, come hang out with me for a little while. You'll see. Listen, doesn't matter. See, it just needs to get done. That's it. I don't care. Credit doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. Just get it done. Please. All right. I love you. Peace out and have a day.